But may I just point out, my lord, the ECP has not filed the complete notification showing all the returned candidates and all their party affiliations. What they have filed are 2 nomination forms. My lord, Mr. Syed Hassan Nazar Rizvi asked the same question in a different form relating to page 168. And if your lordship will also turn to page 185.
तुम साहब एक चीज इसी में ये क्योंकि आप कह रहे हैं ना 168 पेज पे पाकिस्तान तहरीक इंसाफ का नाम लिखा हुआ है जी, मगर टिकट सारे नजरियाती के हैं जी। पेज 184 पे जो है पाकिस्तान तहरीक इंसाफ नजरियाती, तो ये खुद एक बड़ा नहीं 184 पेज पे
I think my learned friend argued for a long time. He should now have some patience.
असल में ये बात ये चल रही है ना कि सारे पाकिस्तान तहरीक इंसाफ के कैंडिडेट थे, मगर जो टिकट आपने बताया है वो नजरियाती का टिकट लगा हुआ है इन्हीं का, वो भी विथड्रॉ कर।
मैं say पहले दिन से मैं यही कह रहा हूँ कि क्यों नहीं ये खुद क्यों उन्होंने ये किया मुझे नहीं समझ आया। मेरे हिसाब से उनको अपनी पार्टी में रहना चाहिए था, मेरे हिसाब से उनको सुन्नी इत्तेहाद काउंसिल नहीं ज्वाइन करना चाहिए था। ठीक है, तो अब खुद वो करें, अब हम क्या करें उनको? अब उनको हमने तो नहीं कहा कि जाए ज्वाइन कर लें जाके सुन्नी इत्तेहाद काउंसिल।
May I say something? My learned friend I know has respect for no one, but he should have some respect for the process of this court. We listened to him with great patience yesterday till we were all exhausted. He should listen to us and he will have a right of rebuttal. That is the process of this court. आगे बढ़े। My lord, page 184.
मेरे ख्याल में जो सवालात आपसे पूछे जा रहे हैं वो शायद इलेक्शन कमीशन को जवाब देने, इसीलिए कह रहे थे कि इलेक्शन कमीशन
पहले आगे बढ़ते हैं।
Page 184 and then if your lordship turns to page 185.
इसमें प्रॉब्लम हो रहा है by referring to these documents. I'm having a bit of a problem that we're talking about. मैंने आपसे पूछा कि total number of independent candidates who had filed nomination papers in support of PTI or on their ticket, वो कितना नंबर है, और सब ने किया। हमारे पास तो डॉक्यूमेंट्स नहीं है सबके कि सब ने ऑप्ट आउट किया नहीं किया, so इसलिए we can't just take one example and so इसलिए जरा से
because that is correct, my lordship, but that is not my case before your lordship and that is not the case before your lordship. The case before your lordship is as put by the Sunni Ittihad Council that post-election within 3 days a number of MNAs who were independents joined.
That's the point. The premise needs to be moved a little. The pointer has to go back a little. We're looking at the national elections in a country and we're the apex court. So just, one needs to be satisfied. We can't just in the middle of the elections take a starting point and then start examining Article 51. I would imagine that we would look at the election as a whole and see that how the ECP went ahead and declared these people as independents, because once you do that, then the whole thing starts. You declare them as independent and then we start getting into Article 51 and the SIC debate and all that. So because it's a national election, because more so it is because millions of people have voted who are not before us, don't you think the apex court ought to protect their interest? So saying that, not for any political party, but for the electorate, to understand how did ECP just declare them as independent? Don't you think it's a question that needs to be asked in the scheme of this elections?
My lord, they are before your lordship at the moment, not contesting that how they were declared as independents.
Okay, Mr. Magoo, can I ask just right here, which is what I asked before. What is your case? You can't take the benefit of whether they win or lose their case. You have been given certain seats, and there is a system in the Constitution which says proportional representation. So you have to explain what is your case. How do you get seats which they are calling disproportionate to the election turnout? Number one. Number two, when we talk of proportional representation, there has to be a formula used by the ECP on the basis of which they decide what is the proportional representation of seats won. Hence the discussion of the nomination forms and the look at the candidates and who has won from which party or what is their nomination form. But primarily, what is your case? You're standing here to defend persons who they are saying are disproportionately given seats. So आप अपनी बताएं ना जी, proportional representation का क्या मतलब है?
Proportional representation over here as addressed in the Constitution in Article 51 and 106 is a proportional representation between the political parties.
Fine.
To start with, the Constitution excludes independents. They are not included in the mix. So let us say if there were X number of independents, let's not go by a hypothetical, so let's use it X. They will be excluded, and then the proportional division will take place between the political parties. The question is that when these independents join a political party, it will be assumed that that will be a political party which would have submitted a list, political parties' lists of candidates for the reserved seat before the general election takes place.
So then let me ask you this question. If there is a political party, because on the basis of what you're arguing, everything hinges on a political party. So now there is a political party which you say has to submit a list, so that becomes the criteria of a political party?
No.
So then what's the criteria? The submission of the list?
For the purposes of...
Again, that doesn't affect your case. आपका केस ये नहीं बनता ना जी. उन्होंने लिस्ट, एक सेकेंड ना जी, वो लिस्ट दें या ना दें, उनको मिलती है सीट या नहीं मिलती, आप अपना बताएं. How do you get the seats? Because if it is proportionate to the seats that you have won in the general elections, then how do you get the extra seats or the disputed seats? How do you get them? ये बता देना. Why are you worried about whether they get the seats or not? Because you have been given those seats. So you explain the disputed seats, how it fits into the formula that you want to rely on.
I'm grateful for that observation and question. My submission, very respectfully put, is that what is the case before your lordship and what is my case, and your ladyship and what is my case in defense. The case is that you have before your ladyship a political party and its chairman. That political party admittedly did not contest the general elections. That political party not only did not contest the general election, it did not submit a political party's list of candidates for the reserved seats. As a consequence, no nomination papers were filed by any of the candidates because there were no candidates of that political party for the reserved seats. As a consequence, no priority was allocated because your ladyship is well aware that a priority has been given and that priority cannot be changed. And then a general elections take place. What you have before your ladyship is a political party which says that within 3 days of the election, so many independents joined us, and because these independents joined us, irrespective of the fact that there was no political parties' lists of candidates, irrespective of the fact that none of these candidates submitted their nomination papers and none of these were scrutinized, and irrespective of the fact that this list was never put to the vote, we should now be given a new election schedule where we should be allowed to submit a list, and on the basis of that
is
list,
their case.
That is their case. My response is this cannot be done because this means that any political party which does not submit a list of reserved candidates before the election and those candidates don't go through scrutiny can later on claim that the new election schedule should be.
So if it can't be done, then what happens? Those seats become proportionate for other parties?
Absolutely.
How does that happen?
Because your ladyship, two reasons. Number one, the word of the proviso is including. So when a political party which has contested the general election and won a seat, a number of independents join it. When they join it, they know that as a result of it, this list of reserved seats is already there and these people will come up. That list cannot be changed till it is exhausted. Now, the proviso does not permit a political party which has not done any of these things.
That's fair enough. I've understood that. The question is very simple. हो गया ना, उनको नहीं मिलती.
Yes.
So yesterday the point everyone was asking was कि वो फिर seats vacant क्यों नहीं है? What I'm asking is those disputed seats, if they can't get it, how do you get it? How does it become proportional representation to the seats you have, the parties you are representing?
Could I ask that question, add to that question with a rather maybe slightly rudimentary question or example? Suppose the House has all independents and one political party with one vote. ठीक, सब इंडिपेंडेंट्स हैं, एक पॉलिटिकल पार्टी, उसका एक ही वोट है. कितनी रिजर्व सीट्स मिलेंगी इस पॉलिटिकल पार्टी को?
I am always wary of answering hypothetical questions.
No, but this helps understand the working of the provision, you see.
My lord, my submission would be...
What we should do is we should start rewriting the constitution, what we think is the most just.
No, the constitution says proportional representation, and you should be explaining what is proportional representation. This is not a hypothetical. And either the election commission used a formula or you understand the formula, because we still are trying to figure out what is this formula which is written in the constitution, proportional representation.
Of political parties.
To the general seats one. So I think we can all read that. It's very simple.
The formula is not proportional representation system alone.
ठीक है, वो लिस्ट हो गया ना जी, because एक फॉर्मेट है ना इलेक्शन का.
Essential component of it.
इसमें मखदूम साहब,
पढ़ लीजिए जरा.
मखदूम साहब, ये क्लैरिफिकेशन बड़ी क्रूशल होगी इलेक्शन कमीशन से, क्योंकि दिस इज नॉट द फर्स्ट इलेक्शन. पास्ट में कई एक इलेक्शंस हुए हैं जिसमें ऑल दीज सीट्स वर एलोकेटेड टू फिल टू कंप्लीट द हाउस, एंड इट वाज डन इन अ मैनर that the entitlement was only of the political parties, and all the seats were distributed amongst them in proportion to what they had secured.
Your lordships, in your leave granting order, to which your lordship was a party, has observed, and so was my lord Mr. Mohammad Ali Mazhar, headed by my lord Mr. Sayyid Masroor Ali Shah, that this is a case of first impression. There has never been a case before this honorable court where a political party which had not submitted a list, which had not contested the general elections,